Hello world. Okay, yes, this is the basic script that most of the time that I've seen people write whenever they start learning scripting languages. So we are learning Bash scripting languages, and the first script that we will write is to echo or to output on the screen that reads "Hello world." I remember when I was in college, the first script that was given to me by my teacher and or by my professor was to write a script that would output or print on the screen that would read hello world. So anyway, I am going to do the same thing for you guys that I want you to create the first script. If you know this, how to create a script, awesome. But start with me. Let's go with me. So we're going to start with creating the first script that will output hello world. So I have already my Linux machine session open and I am logged in as myself. Now, as a practice, as I mentioned before, that always create your script in a specific directory so it will be easier for you to remember where those scripts are. So let's do cd script. Have already created it. You should have that too if you follow my earlier lessons. If not, then go ahead, run the command make dir followed by the script, and it will create a script directory. In that script, if you do ls-l, you're probably not going to have anything if you never had a script before here. If you do, then go ahead and delete the script. The first script that I'll delete is hello world. It says permission denied. Why is that? It is owned by me. It is owned by my group, and I could remove it by looking at this W. It has write permissions. Why can't I delete it? That's a good troubleshooting exercise as well, right? I know why I can't delete it. Because when I created the folder or directory called script, I was root. So let's go one step back, cd dot dot, do ls-l, and you will see, yeah, I was right. See, right here it says this directory is created by root. So anything under this directory will be protected by user root. Nobody could touch it or delete it. So the best thing I should do is to become root, go into my home directory, and I will simply remove that directory now. So this will start fresh. Okay, so now it's gone. Let's exit out of that root. Make sure you are yourself. Yes, we are on you, logged in ourselves. Also, you could check by looking at the prompt, which tells you the name of the user logged in and the server name. So now we are in our home directory, and now we're going to create a directory called scripts. And we will put all our script from this point on to our folder called scripts. Now make sure it is there. Yes, it's there. It's the end, and now it is owned by me. Now you don't have to run all the scripts as root. The only time you would have to run scripts as root if the commands that you are adding inside of your scripts require root privileges. Yeah, so you could run any command like pwdls or anything that do not require root permissions. If you are running other commands, let's say dmi decode or dmessage or df fdisk command, those are the type of commands that require root rights. So it's better that you run those commands, those scripts. You create those scripts as root. Anyway, so let's get into our scripts directory. And now you see we don't have any file or any directory in our scripts directory. So we will create our first script and we'll call it hello world. And you could put .bash as well, but since we will be working primarily with bash shell, so we don't have to specify the extension. So just simply hit enter. Once you are in the VI mode, you specify the shell. So we want to run this script as bash. Good. Second thing, who is the author of this script? I will say it's myself. perfect. Then again, a comment, date, script is created. Let's pick any date. So let's say if you're picking 08/20/2020. Okay. Then we'll put in a little description, and that will read, this script will output hello world on the screen. That's it. Simply that. Now, if there are any modification, so you could put a date modified, and then you could put the date. Since we are doing the first time, you could just put it the same date as we put a date created. Okay, so our shell is defined, our comment is defined. Do we have to add anything? Nope, it's just a simple script. So I will go ahead and write the script that will print echo hello world, and that's it. Now you could just do escape out of it and write quit, and your script is created. Now verified, yes, the script is there, but you cannot run it. Why? Because it does not have executable permission right here. So in order to assign proper executable permission, you will have to run the command change mod all plus executable hello world. And by the way, I'm using tab that auto completes the file, and if the file does not exist, it will not auto complete. As an example, let's say if I, instead of HELLO, I'll put HALL and hit tab. See, it's not gonna work. So it has to have a correct spelling. Okay, so we have modified the permissions. Let's verify it. Yes, now it has the executable permission. And as if you see, as soon as we gave it executable permission, its color changed as well. Now please remember, don't focus on the color. As I said earlier as well, that sometime maybe you probably creating a script in Solaris or in AIX or in any other Unix or Linux flavor that does not give you that color changing scheme, or that depends on the environment, the shell. So that's why just focus on that it is executable by looking at the executable permission. Okay, now perfect. Now let's run it. So again, you could run it through the whole path, which is absolute path, script directory, and hello world, and hit enter. And there you go. Your first script is created. Isn't that fun? You have just created your first script, which outputs on the screen hello world. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna run the script as a relative path. So /hello world. There you go. It does the same thing, but it executes it with a relative path. Now if you notice, there are no lines in between on top and bottom, so I wanted to make it more clear, more neat look. So what I will do is I'll modify the script, hello world, hit enter, and now I'm gonna put one echo here and one echo here. So when I put these echoes inside, then it will actually generate an empty lines before hello world and after hello world. And date modified, again, I could just put it like, let's say if you're modifying it a day after the first time you created, then you just put 21. Save the script, and now let's run it. Hello world. Nice. You see? Now it is giving the output that you want. Now, as an exercise, I would recommend you to go ahead and create a couple of scripts like that will output on the screen. Like, my name is Imran Afzal. I love to teach, and I am whatever that you wanted to add. Just output on it. Chop the lines, whichever the way you want it. This will give you some practice on how to create simple scripts.